Welcome to Decode Disrupt, where insight meets interruption. I'm Nicolette,
And I'm Gabby.
and we are on
Thank you.
episode 12.
Episode 12. This is a special episode. Today we are taking your questions. If you are here live with us. So this episode is called Decoded Live. You bring the questions, we break the pattern. So we have a couple questions to start off. That we'll go back and forth, but please at any point in time, just drop your questions in the chat. Anything you want to know.
Anything.
Or anything you're going through, and we'll decode it here live today.
Yeah, to add to that, like think of anything that's been living rent free in your mind and your energy, and you just want peace around. Let's talk about it as a group and see what comes up. Can you see
Yes.
the chat, Gabby?
Yeah, I can see Jenny just joined.
Jenny,
I can
welcome.
see Jenny.
No pressure,
Yeah.
but if you got anything, let us know. Gabby, do you have a question?
Um, so I do actually.
Mm.
So when you are so we're transitioning from expression, right? And then where do you go from there? Typically, you know, you've uh, you have your internal conviction that you have your foundation that you've been building for yourself, right? And then you internalize it, and then you get to the point where you express it, right? And then you hold the boundaries and all that stuff. Where do you go from there? What is the logical next step?
That's a really good question. In my experience, I'm living that real time. So
Okay.
it's really interesting because I speak for myself. I am an empath. I'm sensitive. I'm loving, and usually I can't stand when things aren't in harmony and efficient and checked off my list. I cannot with people, but you can't control other people,
Hmm.
right? So I have to set boundaries in certain areas in my life. And for an empath, to set a boundary can feel like just the worst feeling on the planet. Like for me, it's like I'll ruminate and I'll question myself, and I'm getting better at this. It's like, why am I sitting here with all this invisible labor and the other people aren't doing their side of things? Let's just say,
Hmm.
right? They're not
Yeah.
accountable. And so for me, if I go back to my old ways, which is what, people pleasing, being the
Yeah.
doormat, being agreeable, taking the blame, doing the fucking work.
Hmm.
That's invisible labor that I want to advocate for people who relate, whether you're neurodivergent, whether you're sensitive, whether you're empathic, whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. But those of us who are doing all this invisible labor while other certain individuals just fucking go through life half-assing it, no accountability, I'm calling that out. So I don't know if that directly answers your question, but that's what's happening in my life.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I think I don't know, this is me. That was a question that was on my mind earlier today when I was setting up one of our guest appearances from Kita. Kita is always, you know, on my Substack. Obviously, I see a lot of her stuff, and she made an August mantra. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make my own August mantra." I posted it already or whatever. And one of the things that I said was August was going to be the month where I show everybody that basically I'm already the standard. Like I am the standard, right? So what do you call that? It's not expression. That's what made me think of that question. I mean, it's not
Mhm.
expression. Um,
Okay. Thank you
I
for
don't
helping
know.
me
I don't know
understand.
what to call that.
You're right, because we did embodiment, but that was before expression. So
Yeah.
if you're the standard, and I like that, it's kind of like that's all we have control over is how we show up in our greatness, right?
Yeah.
And
Facts.
so that is just the isness to me. That's like, and for me, I'm never done growing or getting better. It's like,
Yep. Never. There's
so
no ending.
is there a name for that? I think it's liminal space, maybe the in between.
Mm. Okay. I don't think that's really what I'm looking for. I get what you're saying though. I don't know. It's something to ponder.
I love that
Ponder
it's kind of
something.
like itching at you, but okay, we'll leave that open for a moment. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. We can leave that. We don't even have to answer it today. It can be something that comes later.
Okay. And if anyone
It's gonna be either way. Yeah. If anybody in the chat knows,
yeah.
but it's gonna be something that it'll come to me. It's gonna be the August thing for calibrated chaos. But I need to get that out today. That's why
Oh,
it was on my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we leave that topic completely, can you say it again, like what you're describing, what you want to name for, just so that we're all clear?
So, you build the internal conviction, and then you you get the internal conviction, and then you start building the systems to become the person you want to become, and then you make those processes systematic, you know,
Mhm.
for yourself, and then you do all that until you reach embodiment, and then expression, right? So
Mhm.
what naturally comes after expression? After you've done all the internal work,
Mm.
you embody it, you hold it, and then you express it to those around you. What naturally comes after expression? Is it a hold? I don't want to call it hold. Yeah,
Okay.
what naturally comes after that?
Okay. What comes up for me now is that's your new baseline.
Ah,
And this is
operating from the baseline.
and this is where it gets tricky because you have to give the people in your life who ain't going to change with you overnight. And if they bring you back to old patterns, that's where people usually fall back. So that's your
Yeah.
baseline. Got it? And then
Mm-hmm.
we're just allowing reality to catch up evidence. Because if you're like going to focus on the things that suck for me or aren't at my greatness, then I'm going to go down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we uncovered a little bit. Baseline to me is like, yeah, bro, this is like who I am now.
Yeah. Facts.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I like that. Operating from the new baseline.
Baseline, baby. We just keep
Yeah,
raising the
'cause
bar.
yeah. Okay.
Is that good for now?
Okay. No, that is good for now. I'll ponder on it some more, but I love that. I do like that. Do
Okay.
you have any questions?
Yeah. Let's see. Huh. Let's ask Gabby a question if you feel comfortable answering. What's one pattern you had to decode for yourself before you kind of stepped into the stage of helping decode for the collective?
Oh my god, there's so many. I've been decoding my whole life. Oh my
Mm,
god. One. I can't think of one.
okay, wherever
Um,
you go.
'Cause let me see, 'cause I compartmentalize. Once I pass something or master something, I compartmentalize it. So it's hard for me to go back. Um, it's a superpower, but it can also be like, yeah, well, you don't want to tell me anything. No, I really compartmentalize. Like I get over things. Um, let me see. There's so many. We'll say feel like I had to be the problem solver because I was good at it.
Mm,
Yeah, I feel like I had to be there to solve everyone's problem. And no, most people couldn't understand the level I was operating at anyway. They couldn't they couldn't comprehend a lot of the things I was saying anyway because they don't operate on that level, you know. So it was really just a waste of time and waste of breath. And then they'll just see me. I have a problem with a lot of people trying to emulate me. They want to be me better than me, and then they go and try to do it, and then they fail. No one has ever successfully done anything. Like you're trying to imitate me, and it's not going to work for you. Like because when I tell my process is because I know the small steps along the way because the way I do things is very methodical to me, very systematic. I'm a systems thing, so everything is very methodical. So you may see me, but you don't know how I got the result because you don't have my mind. You don't
mhm,
think like me. You don't have my perspective, nor my perception, nor my intellect. My intellect carries me a lot. My high IQ that carries me a lot. And so when people try to emulate me, they fail horribly. So the only thing they can do is disparage me, which is what they do, and then they get other people in on it. I can't wait to finally tell my story. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. What's up, Marlena? Oh, go ahead and drop your questions, Marlena. We are decoding live today. Happy birthday, Marlena. It's Marlena's birthday. So we
today is
appreciate
your
you joining
actual
us.
birthday?
Today's her actual birthday. So we appreciate you joining live on your birthday.
Hell yeah. And we want to know what question you have, Marlena, because you always come with the good shit.
Yeah. So that would be mine. Feeling like I had to be the resident problem solver.
Damn.
Because now I don't care about anybody's problems. I really don't care. You come to me with anything, I'm probably gonna look at you like you're stupid. I don't know. Go figure it out.
I
I don't know.
love
Nobody can ask me for anything anymore. Like you literally cannot ask me for anything. I don't know.
I am so happy Gabby's in my life. I am so happy.
Yeah,
Mm, mm.
yeah. You just gotta. And sometimes I'm also an a hole, but I'm an intellectual a hole at that because I a hole differently. People don't understand. when I'm being an a-hole, you know? So,
Mm.
um, like people may think they're getting over on me, but whole time I'm collecting data.
Yes, I relate to
You
that.
have to let things play out. People don't understand why I do certain things the way I do it, but I'm an extremely methodical person. Everything I do is intentional. There's nothing that I do that hasn't been thought out.
Mm. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. Marlena
Yeah.
says, I feel like I'm on the spot. And let me think. Let me think. Okay. No pressure. Do you have a question, Gabby?
Um, what's something you're finally ready to stop proving?
Okay. For me personally, I am fucking done proving my worth,
Okay.
proving that I need to earn rest. When I say I'm fucking done or tired, and other people are like, what'd you do all day? What do you do? That is not mine. I don't care what you
Yeah.
think. I organize my life to support my rhythms, my creativity. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm fucking done proving like, oh, you had a productive day. Okay, don't get it twisted. For the record, I'm goal oriented and ambitious, but I'm
Yeah.
efficient as fuck.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm done doing. And that's something that I have to tell the voices inside, right? They be
Mhm.
chirping. You need to do this. You need to do that. Everyone else is doing that. And I'm like, where does that come from? We've had episodes on that, haven't we, Gabby?
We had a few of them. No, I like that one. I like that one. That's a good one. That's a
Imagine
really
all
good
the
one.
energy.
Marlena said,
Go ahead. You would.
imagine. No, what'd you say?
I was just going to say, imagine what is available as far as energy, possibility, and life force when you're just like, I know myself. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I like that.
Thank you. All right, go on, please.
So Marlena says, how long do you observe before you move?
Oh, that's a good
And
question.
what that is a good question, but I would like to know like in what context? Like observe before you move. In what context? Do you have an answer for the question
I
at face
think
value?
context too, but I feel that's a good
Yeah.
Gabby question. In my mind, it means how does Gabby operate? But let's let that cook. I want to know what Marlena really wants.
Well, for me, until I have all my data points.
Mm,
Some certain things, because not every you gotta control the controllable. So for me, I move once I satisfy all the data points to the best ability to the best ability I can. You know, I can't control all variables, right? So
mhm.
I assess the situation, I get all my data points, and then I move on. But like I said, that's a very vague answer because I need to know context because it's different. Like if you're observing a situation, how long do you wait before you move? Ah,
That
I
is
don't
weird.
know. Are we talking relationship? Are we talking about
Yes.
career?
Still
Like
never.
in what context? Yeah. I need because there's different answers for different things, I guess.
Exactly. Come on, Marlena. You know you got an
You
example.
move when you yeah, I think you move when you internally know when it's time to move.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. If you can get more specific, Marlena. Hi, Candy. Welcome.
Candy, welcome. We are decoding live today. So you bring your questions and we decode the pattern. Thank you for joining us today. You are being very vague. But yeah, she said I guess I am being vague. Yeah. Yeah, it depends. There's so you gotta assess the entirety of this. I'm gonna give you a vague answer. Um, I say you observe what you can, you control the controllables, and you gotta take into account all variables around the situation. Don't wanna you still wanna consider things like self-preservation, livelihood, the consequences of making certain decisions. So monitor all variables. Still observe, take notes, monitor all variables, and then make the best decision for you going forward. That's
Sure.
the best I could do with the question I was given, I guess.
I
Yeah.
agree. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
fun question for anyone. Gabby, what do we think is a pattern that people may think looks healthy on the surface, but it actually is keeping people stuck? For example, you know,
Oh, so many.
oh, I want, okay,
Yeah.
go. I don't know if I needed to prod you
Oh,
along.
yeah. I think no, I think one would be, those of us that continue to show up for especially family when there's no reciprocity. We call that unconditional love, and that's not because there is a condition. They expect you to be the carrier of the family. That's the condition. Let me see. Sticking out. I don't believe in sticking out relationships where you're not being served, justly, or there's no reciprocity. Anything that involves one-sidedness, I think, is a pattern that needs to break. You
Damn,
know.
right there, Gabby. Truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I believe you and agree with you. And it's so hard because, in the name of family, in the name of respecting elders, I know you and I have.
I don't care about them elders. The elders. It's gonna in a couple months. In a couple months, I'm gonna break the world. I'm gonna break the world record. I'm gonna not break the world record. I'm gonna shock the world with my story. And it all involves the elders. I'm that we don't respect. It's a lot of people lost my respect. It's gonna be whole lot of people. The elders is one. And I see them now scrambling. I see it. No, everything's documented, baby. Everything's already documented. What's done in the dark, baby, will come to the light. Will
Amen.
come to the light because we documented it all, baby, in real time. You know what I'm saying? People think they getting away doing little things, trying to sell a narrative, and it's crazy the amount of people that believe this. Like you got people in that 40s, 50s believing a narrative that makes no sense. I'm like, I can't be the only person here with a brain. And that's why we had to bring in observers, right? That's why we had to, because now, listen, I don't know. I don't know,
Yes.
but yeah, yeah, everybody thought they were safe, baby. You are not safe.
Well, this
Everything
is
you thought you was doing in the dark.
mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, it's Saturn retrograde, baby. Saturn is
Hi.
retrograding. Everybody, and no, you can't run, you can't hide. Everybody trying to get their story together. Oh, no, no,
No,
we standing on big business, baby. The team I got behind me ain't no escape.
nope.
There is no escaping. Like, come on, man. And people wonder why I move the way I move. I move very strategically. I am one of the top strategists in my career field, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's not me. No, that's what I do. Strategize.
I love that.
And so they thought they had in numbers. I don't need nobody.
Mm. On that note, I
And
feel
that's what's gonna make it look even more pathetic is because y'all had all them numbers and it was just me for a period of time before, you know. So yeah, ain't no saving face, ain't no, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought no. I got you on everything. We got everything. We got everything. We hear you. We hear you. And the way we gonna lay this out, there is no escape. You get what I'm saying? So
the
ain't
reckoning.
nobody safe.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody safe. And I love that for them.
So, on that note, I just want to take a moment to talk about like how Gabby and I created Decode Disrupt because we're not responsible for how we're perceived, right? We're not. And we wanted to create a safe space where people can, especially today, ask questions and call things out because I'm just tired of safe conversations and toxic positivity on social platforms.
Yeah,
I'm like, love and light, yes, and like, I get the intention, and I think the intention is good-ish. It's like, if my vibration's positive, then I can't have any bad in my life. And, that's the only way to ascend. And it's like, bruh, like life is meant to have difficulty and darkness. And when you sit and
absolutely.
gaze your darkness and you do the inner work, which me and Gabby have done, a lot of character assassination has come at us, a lot of fucking people showing their asses and then wanting to come in at the 11th hour and reap the rewards, whatever, right?
No,
No,
nope.
it is a hard no. And if you're aligning with our show, again, we're not about numbers and playing it safe and worrying about not offending. Our intention is to bring truth, and that is the highest vibration, which is love, because sometimes it
Yeah,
doesn't feel good, but people need to hear the fucking truth.
they do. They do. And I love the way that everything is moving right now. It's inevitable. Um because there's gonna be a lot of cognitive dissonance within the next probably 6 months. A
Mm.
whole lot. A whole lot, because a lot of people's realities are gonna be shattered, you
Ooh.
know?
Ooh, I felt that in my cells.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of reality shattering, and if you're not like those of us, if you're on this live right now, if you're on Substack in the spaces that we're in Substack, which all of us are pretty much. I've seen all of you guys on my feed, so I know we're all in the wellness space or the what do you want to call it? We're not or the personal development space, self
Self-authoring.
authorship space.
Mhm,
Yep, like
mhm,
you're good. You're good. You're mentally you're there, right? Psychology, neuroscience. If you're in that space, you're good. You
mhm.
know. But there's gonna be a lot of cognizant dissonance happening very soon. You know,
Yeah.
you can't fake. But one thing I love about this space is you can't fake it. You can't fake this because the minute you start talking, people, because a lot of us we can feel the resonance, the essence. The
Mm,
minute you start talking, we know it's not. You can tell though, even the ones on Substack, I don't interact with no one that isn't authentic. They kind of just, oh hey, how you doing? And then
yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's what I love about this one because you can't fake it. There's no way to fake this.
Okay.
And I don't think what is it? What are we in? What is it? Aquarius doing right now?
Okay, so we are literally in eclipse season. This is high times. This is like having Saturn retrograde and eclipse season. People are going to leave out your life hella quick. It's going to be dramatic. Shit's if you're not already in chaos, but it's calibrated when you know, and it doesn't take your power
Yeah,
from you. And you're making your moves still, and you're not dependent on other people's bullshit. You good no
absolutely.
matter what. That's what we're trying to practice here, right? Like
Yep.
off, like still doing you. Like look at Kita. Like look at what she's building and offering. And I'll never forget her words. It's
Yep.
like she wants to give you the diploma of you.
Yep.
So like if you can't see a thread
Absolutely.
here in our messaging, it's I'm not a guru, Gabby's not a guru. We don't know what the fuck is good for you. We speak from the heart, we speak from the darkness, we speak from
Hmm.
experience. And I've never had that given to me on a platform. I usually see people talk at me and hide their stuff. And I'm grateful there's a shift in certain content creators or being, there's still curated vulnerability, which I can fucking read through. And I'm like,
Yeah, I can read through curated vulnerability
there's
because they're
still,
all saying the same thing. One, everybody's saying the same exact thing. Like, there's no when I don't hear if I don't come to your page and hear something original, you're fake. You're fake. And that's the number one indicator. I didn't hear anything. The people I follow are originals. They're visionary and they're original. I've never seen any guys, never not one time, anybody I follow on Substack say something someone else said. They may say something in not even a similar way. In the like, I may speak on self authorship and you may speak on self authorship, but they're two totally different realizations.
right?
You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, these people are saying verbatim word for word. Okay, I've heard this 1,000 times. Y'all just repeating the same quote.
No, Gabby, is there some like
Yeah.
thing people pay into on Instagram? I'm speaking specifically. Like I'll fucking like someone's shit, think it's original, and then 18 motherfuckers did the same goddamn template in their own. I'm like, we can't even be creative.
TikTok
Like,
too.
what
And
is
people act like people wonder why I don't post on TikTok. There's a very specific reason why I don't post on TikTok. Because I'm tired of people taking my original thoughts. It's so many people. I've seen people on threads. Threads is where people type out ideas.
mm,
I know people are reading my stuff because my ideas are very original. The observations that no one my writing is very original, very authentic. Um, like no one has ever written the stuff that I've written or talking. So when I hear certain things, I wrote a dating article and it was verbatim the title of my article. I'm like, you read my article.
oh,
Because no one's first of all, there's no one in the dating space right now. Like the dating space is really up for grabs. I thought about doing a calibrated chaos dating
okay.
article for every Friday. And I still might do it because I'm not doing too much with the under calibration. They come as they come because that's the one with inner world writing. So that it's not me frequently enough. But yeah, I can always tell, and that's
Okay.
why I don't post on TikTok.
That was on my
Yeah.
heart and mind because, like, when I made the leap from Instagram to Substack, I thought it was like, oh my God, original thought. Oh my God. less algorithm caring. Like I still see the whole, oh, I
Mm.
need 100 subscribers to be legit. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
anyway.
that doesn't bother me as much. People trying to grow their page, that doesn't bother me. I don't care about that.
It doesn't bother me, but then when the intention is just for numbers, that fucking irritates me so much. I'm like, just create for yourself and the right people will find you and they're not always going to like you or
Yeah.
subscribe. Like that's fucking facts, you know? If you're an original
Yeah.
thinker, the masses and the
Mhm.
sheeple don't fucking heart and light because there's too much controversy and they don't want to, they don't want their name attached to it. So I'm over that.
Yeah.
I just want people to
Mhm.
speak their fucking truth because that is what's going to help. I feel help humanity because we all have a piece of the puzzle. That's
Mhm.
my opinion.
For
So,
sure. Yeah.
you want to go from here? I'm hella open.
Um, we were still waiting on Marlena to ask a question. Anybody in the chat wanna ask? We're here.
This is your time to ask
Oh,
a question that we can unpack and give you clarity and peace around, or at least another way to look at things. I think that's a gift.
um, ooh. What does ambition look this is a great question for you. What does ambition look like when it isn't driven?
Oof. There was a little glitchy thing when ambition is what now?
What does ambition look like when it isn't driven by insecurity?
I feel like you have an answer,
I
and then
think
I want to riff off of you.
I don't think I have an answer. So
What
I
happened?
think because I now that I think about it, I was a very ambitious child, but my ambition was derived from the fact that I grew up, it seemed like poor because my mother was a teenage mother. She don't tell this side of her story. She give 'em the whooping a lie. But my mother was a teenage mother, had me young, and so I was like, "Oh, I have to be suc" I always knew I was smart. I was like, "Oh, I have to be successful." So my ambition was driven by my, original upbringing, you know? Um, Even though later in life I found out other things about my family and and things like that, and, but yeah, I think I would have to say that even developing that ambition young, that it was driven by insecurity.
Mm,
So what it looks like when it's not, now I'm just ambitious because I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I
mm.
think I would just wanna go and do things I wanna do.
Okay. I like that. That's a vulnerable thing because some people I feel never get that click to shift their intentions and their ambition and it's still rooted from the ego, which not
Mhm.
assigning judgment. I'm just saying when you make that internal shift and that's a very personal process I feel, right? Like I don't know when your
Yeah.
light bulb moment happened for you, but I relate teenage mother income, like poor, all the things. And so my fucking story is survival at all costs.
Mm.
I have a fucking roof over my head. How am I going to have food? I've been in the
Yeah.
struggle. And so everything was, unfortunately, in my experience, power over. I had people who go, oh, you want this? Then let me dangle and treat you like shit because they could.
Yeah.
And I needed shit. So my ambition was basically hustle and how do I get my ass out the trap so I'm not depending on these, shady ass characters.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
So, what does it feel like now that I have built a life that doesn't look like anyone else's, but gave me resources and peace and sovereignty so that I can actually take care of myself, like and make choices based on my integrity and my timeline? Those are
Mhm.
luxuries that a lot of
They
people
are.
don't fucking either know they have, whether it's privilege or just they're not connected to that. But when you have autonomy and it's like Maslow's, hierarchy of needs, right?
Yep.
How are you going to self actualize when you are fucking scared for your life? It's
Yeah,
hard.
you can't. Mhm.
So if we look at this like systemically, what types of people usually aren't supported to evolve? Brown, black folks, marginalized folks, you know,
Yep.
all that. And so it feels like it's been my soul mission and a purpose in my heart to help give us a leg to stand on, which has to start with me.
Mhm.
So that's what comes up for me. That was deep. So thank you for asking that
That
question.
was it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a deep one.
I
That
let
was a
him
deep
get
one.
lost in the forest.
He is. Oh, here's this one. Why do smart people stay in situations they know aren't serving them?
Ooh.
Mm,
Does it
that's a
have
good one. I don't
to
have an
be
answer.
mutually exclusive?
I,
You can be stupid in other ways. Just kidding.
yeah, you can. I don't know. No, I think especially when you're smart and empathetic because you understand the emotional reason why. People think, "Oh, you're smart, you should know." Well, I was hoping this idiot like it clicked and they understood that they need to heal, but no. Now I understand that it's not my job to heal people. Let them live their ignorance, let them live in their unhealedness. I don't know if that's really a word.
Yeah, I feel you.
But
Mhm.
if they don't want to choose healing, let them have it. Just walk away. Okay, you got it. That's yours.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and that's something for the empath and the caring heart to learn. Not mine, not
Yep,
speaking,
it
not mine,
is.
not caring, put it down. And that goes to free will, which is something you, Kita, I believe, and I talk about is
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you got to assert your free will or someone else is going to do it for you.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
I
I have
agree with that.
that wound of when you're a pattern decoder or a seer, I think it naturally
Mhm.
falls in line where you feel responsibility or you want to help fix people because you know what can help them. You just
Yeah, absolutely.
see the shit.
But it's
But again,
yeah.
not ours. And that is the biggest thing in spirituality is thinking you can fix or save anyone. That is not why we're here.
Yeah, it's not our job,
Mm-mm.
you know? And I
To-
think that's something that we all we're learning. I think we're doing a good job learning it.
exactly. And what is learning? It comes with, tender moments where someone you care
Yeah.
about, someone like family, go and push that button to the
Yep.
max.
But yeah, I can't see how people can be just horrible people. I could just never imagine
I know,
that.
girl.
Uh,
I feel you. I don't know how people sleep at night. Like I think Marlena and I've had this conversation on the inner room where it's like I support everyone having access to making money, right? Like hell yeah. But when you
mhm.
have so much of it and you can sleep at night only caring about your like bloodline and everyone else can go to hell, like I just don't understand that like type of wealth. You feel me?
Yeah, well, that's where I'm at now.
Aren't we gonna be the ethical billionaires? Did not you and I have that conversation? Like
Yeah, we're gonna be ethical billionaires. We're gonna be ethical with it.
I already
Um,
see it in the end. Like I'm not even gonna have red tape when I have like grants available for people. I'm like not gonna make people jump through hoops. It's just gonna be so clean and so ethical and so fucking different. Like, let's go. That's all I have to say.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be ethics, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't have red tape. I will have a way to decide based on morals and ethics if this person is deserving.
I agree with that, but I just don't like the old
Yeah.
bureaucratic system, which you know well enough, because
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's all I'm saying is that
Well,
has
actually, I'm a black woman. I can honestly say I've never had a lot of red tape,
even working for the government.
even working for the government. The
That's
only
amazing.
people that's ever tried to hold me back were people that look like me. The
Ooh,
people that helped me, the only people that's ever helped me go forward was white. We had this conversation.
we
Were
have, but
white and
you
Asian
can
men.
share it out loud, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you.
white and Asian men are the only people that's ever helped me progress. The only people that saw my intellect and weren't intimidated. The only people that saw my ambition and weren't intimidated. The only people that's ever poured into me were white and Asian men. And white women have been supportive too. When the only people that have ever stood up for the injustices that black people have inflicted on me out of envy, out of jealousy, out of the fact that I was chosen for certain things were white women. My biggest supporters that champion for me were white women. So when people say this stuff, I've never dealt with racism. I've never really dealt with sexism from outside of the black community. And that's what people don't understand. That's why I'm such a complex person to understand because I wouldn't say I've never experienced racism. I've never experienced racism in a professional setting. I never experienced racism in a capacity where it can hold me back from anything.
Mm,
Like somebody my age in the same social stand at me not liking me, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But in terms of power dynamics, I've never dealt with racism, and that's what I'm saying.
I love that because that's your
Yeah,
direct experience, and I feel
yeah,
use those as limiting beliefs, like I'm X, I'm going to be treated like Y. And then they
Yeah.
go through life with that belief, and then they get evidence to
Yeah.
support that. You heard it here. Gabby didn't have that direct experience. Anything is possible,
Nope.
especially when you walk your path with integrity and greatness, like Gabby has, and other people recognize that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Yep.
great share. I want to welcome Kita. Do you have any
Yep.
questions? We know like the amazing work you do, but if you have a question that could be decoded for the good of ourselves, yourself, the collective, we welcome that.
Yes.
And read your girl Marlena's comment.
So Marlena, hey Kita, I saw you join. How you doing? We're decoding live. Hey, just drop a question in the comment if you need anything decoded. So it says, Marlena says, okay, my service is horrible, but I just bumped into my oldest friend and we had a moment of awkward convo and no clue why all these months we haven't spoken. I bumped into her on my birthday. Do you got something for that? That's your lane.
That's
The-
synchronicity. I got that's
What does that mean though? She bumped into her on her birthday, haven't spoken to her in months, but Marlena said she felt awkward. The combo was awkward from her perspective.
yeah. I mean, I don't know the details. Is it like someone left someone on red and now like the universe put you all in each other's face in real life? And I don't know enough to comment, but yeah.
Mm, hmm. Or maybe this is a relation. I don't know. I think Marlena, honestly, I think you're an empath too. I think you need to sit and meditate on that. If it's on your heart. Oh, she usually texts me at midnight, and this year she didn't, so it was weird. Ah, so I think that's something you have to sit with and decide. I don't think that's something we can really decode. Not something like that. Um, that's more of a you thing. I think I will say to that, I will say, you know what the right answer is internally. You know what the right answer is. I'm assuming this ties into the question you asked us earlier where we were like, it's very vague. I think that's something you have to answer.
Yeah, Marlena, I'm like confused right now. No, I know, but I thought I'd share.
Uh,
Heard.
oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yes, and it's Marlena's birthday.
your friend. I have no
Tell her
idea.
hap tell her happy birthday in the chat.
Oh, okay. Boop. Happy birthday, Leo.
Not Leo.
Marlena,
But
no,
yeah.
Rose, we were going to sing to each other.
Do you have anything else?
Um,
Ooh, I
go.
got one for you, and this gonna end up being a calibrated chaos story. Um, what's one cultural trend everyone celebrates that you think we'll regret?
A cultural trend that everyone celebrates that I think, oh my God, put on the spot. I feel like my eye rolls all the fucking time. I should have a list as long as a football field, but right now I'm blinking.
Yeah. I think for me, I think the cultural trend what right now that I think everyone will regret is the I don't care culture or it's all about me culture or it's the when like your friend has a birthday and you decide you don't want to show up because you're going through a hard time and you needed time for yourself. Like no, you can't. It's one day, it's one event, it's a couple hours and you can't show up for your friend. It's just becoming too because it's becoming a I can see like if that was really required, but it's becoming too commonplace, too convenient of a response that a lot of people are giving. I think ultimately we're gonna regret not showing up for our community.
Okay.
The I don't care culture that everything's about me. I think we're gonna ultimately regret that. But it also it's happening simultaneously. Like some of it's authentic, right? Some people are really going through deaths and rebirths, right? But
Uh-huh.
other people that lack self-awareness are seeing it as and they're using it for convenience.
Mm,
That's what I mean by that.
thank you for
Yeah.
pointing out that nuance because I was about to be like,
Yeah.
this bitch right now who says every week, I don't care. I love me.
Oh yeah, I love me. Yeah. Oh, I'm going through a death and rebirth though.
Okay. So I hear
Yeah.
you naming it in a collective perspective, and when people use that continuously as an excuse or whatnot. But on the flip side
Yeah.
of that, if you're really in alignment, and although it's someone's birthday and you want to be there, and you know in your loins and in your soul you shouldn't be there, I'm not going to go. It's not going to be a good
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
So I want to advocate
Absolutely.
for that perspective.
Yeah, yeah, we have to advocate for that perspective, but the number of people, the percentage of people in the world going
Mm,
through a death or rebirth is less than 1%. Let's be honest.
you're
It's
right.
less than 1%.
Mm,
So, like, true authentic is less than 1%. So, no, it's too commonplace for that to always be the reason. And that's what I wanted. That's why I didn't lead with that.
okay.
I added it as a caveat.
Perfect.
Yeah. So,
That is really good
yeah.
information too, because when I feel like I'm going through hell, which I had a day from hell yesterday, it makes me want to project onto the world that everyone else is having that day, but I don't know what day they're having.
No.
Not
Hmm.
everyone can have that sort of day, or else there'd be utter chaos all the time. So you're absolutely right in that we're all rising, falling, shedding. There's 8 billion plus people on the planet. We all can't be doing the same thing, but we can show up for our community when we can.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true.
Okay. I like that. I like that because I love to talk in totality. I like to see things from a broader perspective so that there's more resonance and nuance. So thank you. I love that. All right,
Yeah.
Marlena. So there's more nuance with her. I didn't text her for her birthday. Ooh, so wasn't expecting her to. So they're playing some games, and then the universe is like, you bitches need to talk it
There's the
out.
whole story, Marlena. Okay, 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 okay. Marlena, you have to be a better friend. You have to be a better friend.
Can we just have a moment about that? Because I don't know if it's a Leo thing, but hell yeah, it's like I don't want to keep score, but it's like, oof. My oldest homie since 93 till infinity, that's literally our song, did not wish me a happy birthday, but I know the motherfucker has love for me, but he did not wish me a happy
Yeah.
motherfucking birthday.
Mm. Yep. Yeah,
So am
you
I
love.
gonna
Yeah,
not
some
wish
people
him
get
a
caught up in
birthday?
life.
Hold up. Am I gonna wish him happy birthday when his Virgo season ass has his birthday? I could be manipulative and say, fuck you, you didn't wish me a happy
Yeah.
birthday, but I'm not gonna do that. Like it's
Yeah,
not
you say I still be because I'm playful though. Like I'm very. I say happy birthday even though you forgot mine.
I want to do that because that's honest. Thank you.
Yeah, that's honest. That's honest. I'm
Cool.
playful too. Though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I'm
that option.
playful.
'Cause that's what I'm gonna do. I'm like, bitch, I know you love me, but you didn't wish me happy birthday.
But here's your happy birthday. You know, it's honest, it's playful. It's not too. You get the point across, but you're not too serious. You're not mad about it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
Oh,
Keita
oh,
asked a great question.
ask it.
Can empathy become a form of manipulation when it's not paired with accountability?
Praise Jesus right now. That is such a good question. I don't even know. I'm gonna fly out my chair.
I think it can be. I think people, especially narcissists, they don't feel for real. So how narcissists get away with things, and I can always tell when it's performative. How narcissists get away with things is they perform the empathy. They perform a lot of emotions, but you can tell, for those of us who can tell, it's always dramatic. It's dramatized. Like the empathy is, "Oh, and I just felt so bad because, it's that performative empathy. You can tell when empathy is performative. Can it be manipulation when it's not? Yes, it can because it and depends on the context. Like, right? I've only seen performed empathy from a narcissist, and that's because often what they're doing is just trying to feed off your reaction because they probably just they 9 times out of 10 they've done something in the background, right? And this is the performative empathy is their way of checking up on you to see if you're affected by it, if you know it was them, and something like that. So no, it's not going to be paired with account. It's never going to be paired with accountability when dealing with a narcissist. But that's the only perspective I can offer it from. I can't offer it from another perspective. What do you think?
I feel like this has been a lesson in my life where the narcissist has evolved. So they know therapy words, they know how to say they're an ally, they say all the right things. So it feels like
Yeah.
empathy. But when you know, because you can feel that lack of vibrational integrity. So it's
Yeah. Oh,
hollow.
I love the way you said that vibrational integrity.
Thank you, because as a true empath, you feel the lie. You
Yeah, oh
know,
yeah, for sure.
you know immediately when someone's in truth or not. Like it's a feeling and your
Yeah,
body tells you the clues. And so when these motherfuckers, and I say that because I'm a cusser, but when they chirp in, oh, I got your back and I support you, then they throw you under the bus and their actions say the opposite. That to me, you're dead to me. Like I hate incongruence in action and language. Mean what you say
yeah,
what you mean. It could be so simple.
absolutely. Um, I love that.
Really good, Keita.
So,
Feel
Alex,
free to answer
that
your
was a
wisdom
great
in
question.
the chat if you got anything you want to add to that amazing question. Thank you.
Did we answer your question, Keita? Even if you have an answer to that question, we'd love to hear your perspective on it.
Beautiful.
Um, Alexi says narcissists feel they just think another person is part of their body.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh no, I never thought of it that way. What you got
Me
with that?
neither. But I don't know what Alexi means when they say another person is part of their body.
Yeah.
Like, do they own that other person? Are you referring to the sense of ownership over the other person, or are you saying they feel, but they assume the other person understands what they feel because they're part? Like, I just don't understand the context again.
Yeah. If you can
Maybe
either
explain. Yeah,
elaborate or give an example, Alexi, because
yeah,
I can't speak from a narcissist, even though like it's a spectrum-ish. We go through, day or like times in our day when we're more narcissistic because we have to advocate for ourselves. But when your
yeah,
dominant pattern is extracting and taking advantage of other people without ever questioning yourself, that to me is a true
yeah,
narcissist. Feel me? I don't
yeah.
walk
True.
the earth that way, so I cannot
Yeah,
speak to that. Mm-mm.
yeah. I'm dark empath. I'm more dark empath.
Same. And can you
So
can you
I can.
clarify that so we all
So
understand
when
that?
I say a dark empath is I understand the tactics and techniques of narcissists, and I understand 9 times out of 10 why they do something. The part that I can't understand is why would you want to the infliction of pain, the wanting to inflict pain, the wanting to harm others, the wanting to I don't understand that. Like, why would you want to do that to somebody? But I understand for the most part why, from a systems perspective or a strategy perspective. I can't understand them from an emotional perspective. Like, it almost seems sociopathic or psychopathic to me, the way they think. Um,
Well, if I were to guess and from direct experience and training, I just feel the narcissist either cannot or chooses not to think about anyone else because they're protecting themselves and it's their mission, them first at all costs.
yeah,
So pain to
yeah,
them,
but that's a, I,
they'll justify it. They'll find a reason to make themselves feel good and they'll sing that story and make everyone believe it.
yeah, but I think that's a very not even just low vibrational. That's a very lack mindset.
For one, of course, yeah.
It's rooted in lack. That mindset is rooted in lack. I
Oh,
can understand that mindset from a wealth perspective.
mm,
But from a I gotta protect my image, is that because that's all you have? Perspective? I don't understand.
oh,
Because even billionaires know when to allow their image to take a hit. You get what I'm saying?
I like
They
this.
they do anything to
Yes.
preserve their wealth. So most people that operate that like it has to be a like mindset, you know?
Ooh, I love that.
Because most billionaires don't try to portray a perfect image of themselves, right?
Mm.
You know?
Okay. Okay. So again, we don't
Yeah.
know who we're talking about exactly, but you're building a character in my head, and this person really wants to be seen as good and holy and righteous.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is even aside from their wealth. It's just they think protecting their character at the cost of yours, that saving
Yeah,
face.
I think it's honestly because they have nothing else to offer. They legitimately probably have nothing else to offer.
That's
If
fact.
that's all you have, you can't be wealthy with a mindset like that. Not even from a neuroscience. I'm getting too spiritual. I'm gonna
That's
stop
okay.
this. This is a
Yeah.
conversation.
Let's,
This is a
that
conversation we need to have offline before we bring it to Decode Disrupt. But yeah, I don't know. I got this thinking.
All right. Can you read Kita's comment about empathy?
Yes, empathy without accountability can unintentionally become enabling. When we understand someone's pain but never challenge their behavior, we can reinforce the very paths that are keeping them stuck. That is so true. And that's one thing I had to deconstruct, decode, and disrupt myself, Miss Keita. That right there. And this is why I'm enrolled in her class. For those of you know, those of you who may or may not know, Keita is starting a self-date experience 1 year course. She already has, I think, I don't want to misspeak for you, Keita, but she already offers coaching services in some capacity. But this is gonna be a year-long course, and she's gonna be your personal coach for a whole year. I'm really excited. I signed up as soon as I saw the link drop. But yeah, if you're interested, go to Keita's page. If you really want to grow, this next, I think it starts August 10th. You really want to become the best version of you by this time next August. Um, Sign up for the course. We've had her on the show twice. Every time Keita's on is the highest rated view, like the highest viewed show, highest ratings, most shared. Keita is truly in a league of her own. She's a wealth of knowledge. She's lived a lot of this stuff that we're talking about. She's lived it and she's alchemized it. And now she's taking it and she's putting it out into the world, like through coaching services. And I'm telling you, for $89 a month, this is as cheap as you're gonna get the coaching from
Mhm.
Keita, from somebody. And I want to sing her accolades, but she seems very humble, so I don't want to sing it. But she's helped, like she's coached some of the top people in the world. Like she's coached some people, and I'm gonna let her tell you because it's not my story to tell. But Keita is well worth. It's a discount. $89 a month is a discount,
Yeah, it's
and
very
I'm
generous.
not trying to sell it, but it is truly a discount. I'm really excited. I'm taking the course, whether you guys do or not, just because of the value.
I love that. I love that so
See?
much.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I'm really
okay.
excited about the course.
Yay. So, before we wrap up this unique episode, we really, really invite you. Thank you for being here. A couple more folks join. Antonio. Aw. Hell yeah, Kita.
Oh, don't tear it.
See that. You know
Yeah,
it's
I'm
true.
excited.
Yeah. Um, what else is a good thing to talk about? Because I know I'm going through so many deep, deep, deep things right now that can cause me to lose my center. And I know a lot of other people are too. So if you have a question that you want us to talk about, now is your time before we sign off, y'all.
Okay, I got one more question if no one's gonna ask. Why do people sabotage themselves after making progress?
Ooh.
First. This one's me. This one's me. I was stuck in a loop where I would make progress. I didn't realize what was going on,
Mm,
right? So my mother is a very evil lady. Um, it's part of my story. But she intentionally didn't teach me certain things, right? And I was like I was always an a-hole because I was smart and I could see stupid stuff and I would call out stupid stuff. But I was also empathetic. Like I said, I'm a dark empath. I've always had both light and dark
mm,
ways. I could have gone either way. And for a good period of time, I was what some people would consider narcissistic. Until I discovered Buddhism at 25. But yes, I've always had this battle with light and dark, right? So I would make progress in my life. People would see me progress and they'll run in my life. And I didn't realize at the time that they didn't want to see me do better. Like
mhm,
I've gone through this like 3 times in
mm.
life, right? 3 times I can remember community building will actually take. We'll get to that, Alexi.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize what was going on because I didn't understand human nature or psychology. But the more I started getting into Buddhism opened the door to psychology, which opened the door to psychology opened the door to neuroscience, right? For me, that's how my progression went. Well,
Mhm.
actually went Buddhism, Stoicism, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence opened the door to psychology, and
Ooh,
then all that opened the door to neuroscience. That was my trajectory, right? At 25 years old. And
okay.
so and so where was I? Yeah, so I didn't realize that that's just how human nature is. Once they see someone progressing, they fear strikes them and you see them going somewhere, deviating off the path of the norm or
Mm,
the rest of you or the family dysfunction, the group of friends that like to club and drink all the time. Like once they see you deviating and separating yourself, everyone comes in and sabotage. And that was my path. That's why I asked that question, but that was when I can answer myself. That's why I wrote my article a couple weeks ago. I wrote cut them all off. I'm like,
Yes.
this time I'm not bringing no. Everybody's gone. Everybody can leave. Like
That's why that piece was so
everybody.
poignant, because I think the way it clicked for
Yeah.
you were able to deliver that message with such precision.
Precision, because this is my third time going through this in life, and now I finally got the lesson, you
That's
know?
your now it's
And
your baseline.
so
You don't even question it. You
it's
don't
my baseline.
anymore.
Nope.
That is the
Nope.
answer. Like when you are at that level of embodiment and expression, people can test you and trigger you, but you don't shake anymore. That's like, no, you're just clean. So I
Yeah,
think
no.
that answers your
Yeah.
question that we started at the beginning of this live.
Yes. Yes. So do you have do you want to answer why do people sabotage themselves, or you want to leave it at my
I'll leave
answer
it
and
in
go to
yours. Yeah,
Alexi?
that was gorgeous. And I
Okay.
want to, okay, that's a really good question, Alexi. Community building.
I'll
What
let you answer that one
this to me is
because
the new earth, the new paradigm, because I feel we're in the age of Aquarius, so individuality is important. And that way you find
mhm,
your right people. It is not a numbers game. It's the people that really get you and meet you and want to see you win. They win, right? There's no more extracting. It's like we're all finding our people so that we can resonate and have a collective interdependence. So we're going from hyper independence, codependence to interdependence.
mhm.
And so community building is not at the sake, not at the cost of you. So martyrdom is gone. Like the healer who wants to heal and I don't charge money wound needs to go. Fixing
Yeah,
everyone needs to go. Community is, I know we used to say this in the 2010s, heart-based leadership, and now it's turning into emotional intelligence, which I thought was like a fucked up when I was 15 and there was no evidence around me to support it. And now workplaces are finally fucking understanding the importance behind that. So that's how communities
mhm,
are built when a leader doesn't say, I'm a leader because I need the egoic accolades. It's because they have the quiet power and the space and the capacity, and other people shine with them. And I can go on for a lot
absolutely.
longer, but that's what comes up for me with community building. So I hope that gives you some information, Alexi, and I welcome dissension. I welcome differing opinions. I welcome questions. Like, I'm not
No,
afraid.
that was good. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that's where I'm still going because now I've cut them all off. And so now I'm at the I'm community building. And so that's something I didn't have a answer to. But Alexi, I think for asking that question. And we're right at the hour.
Darn. And
So
I want to
thank
add
you guys. How what you say?
something, because pruning or intentionally cutting people off is a part of how you bring in your community, because there's a saying, nature abhors a vacuum. It means it doesn't like space. So even if things feel quiet as far as community or friendships or whatever that means to you, when you prune and cut them all off, what happens? The universe will, not maybe, it will bring you your community, your right people, if that's what you want. Those are
Absolutely.
okay. Are we
I love
good?
that. I say we're good. I thank you guys for joining our first Decode Live. We'll do these every time we don't have a topic for you guys. I'm joking.
No, we were
We actually had a
intentional
topic
about
for
this.
today. We were intentional about this. I'm just joking.
We were
I
very
joke a
intentional.
lot. You guys are
And
seeing my personality more. Uh,
okay, and if y'all
uh,
are around, we're doing an extra episode this week on Tuesday. What time is?
yes, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we got the wonderful Marlena in the house.
If you guys know, Marlena it's going to be called Live, Love, Laugh with Marlena. This is going to be a fun episode. We have no idea where it's going to go. But if you watch Marlena's on Tuesdays, Marlena does her own podcast.
Mhm.
It'll be a little different because we're decoding and disrupting. But yeah, you know her, you love her. Marlena will be here Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I thank you guys. Maybe there'll be our new time. We're not having real good luck with Sundays. We've been thinking
Yeah,
about
we'll play with that.
maybe
And
moving.
again, thank you for
Yeah.
everyone's time and attention. And have we been on a live, the three of us, yet? Because that's gonna blow the internet up.
No, we have not. All three of us have not been on a live. I met her through Marlena.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Marlena
So
is a
yes,
powerful connector, for real, for
she
real.
is. If you know her, yes, she is a very, very powerful connector.
All right, y'all.
You guys should connect with my mom.
Happy August. It's a new month. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, that's all I got to say. And we'll see you maybe Tuesday at 3. So much love.
Tuesday, 3 p.m.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.